Chronically Blue.
Hello, my bears. Welcome back to some more Sonic Riders Mission Mode. It's time to take on Splash Canyon. And woo, we sure got something up here with us. So first we have to do a bunch of tricks, as you know, we typically do. The thing we have to do here is because there's actually a little lip here. Anytime you see little arrows, that typically means that there's a place for you to like hold the jump button and release it at the right time in order to get like a really big jump. As you can see here, I'm holding on to the jump button before I release it in order to just like really kind of like maximize the jump there. So that's exactly what we're doing. We are just doing our best in order to do as many tricks as possible. You cannot do a trick off the waterfall, which that's fine, but we can do one right off of here, but you kind of have to in order to get the grind rail, which it's not the worst thing ever, it's not great, but like, it's something. I can say that coming up, we're going to come across quite a few missions and stages that are going to really get under our skin, or I should say under our fur. So by pulling off an X rank there, we have more than enough, we have the exact amount in order to get the gold rank actually. Now, each time I get curious about if the gold ranks are worth it and if they do anything, I keep reminding myself I'm almost done. I might as well just like save it till the end as a surprise. As you know, the second mission is always for us to go and collect junk. The first one's always going to be to go and do tricks. The second one's going to be junk. The third one's most likely going to be either flying through rings and or punching cars. There's not a whole lot of variety here. Here I kind of just like took my sweet time of just like staying like at the front gate as I was like messaging someone. So that's why there was like the weird little pause there. And the reason why like the music kind of like starts and stops is because if you click out of the window, then the music will stop. Which, is it annoying? Only for recording purposes. Like, when it comes to, like if I was like a normal gamer and like I clicked off of something for a second, I'd kind of want it to like stop playing the music. If only because if like, you know, I got like, I don't know, like a Zoom call or like a Skype call, something along the lines of that. With this, we have to grind round, which, you know, nothing too horrible. We've been grinding for quite a bit. We kind of got the hang of it by now. So, you know, it's nothing wild, but it can be annoying in order to like find out this jump right here, which we have to hold back on and get it perfect in order to make this rainbow appear. I know it's after Pride Month, but hey, it wasn't after Pride Month when I recorded this, so. Okay, and there we go. We have another gold medal there. It does not keep track of the gold medals, it just keeps track of the missions that we complete. I don't know how I feel about that. I kind of prefer for it to just show, like, when we've like completed everything. I prefer for it to like show the gold medals because this is the very first Sonic game that I've 100%ed that has rankings, because I really despise rankings, especially when it comes to like missions and stages. Like, I really don't like it. It should just be enough that I beat it. I shouldn't have to like go above and beyond. But from Sonic Adventure 2 and onwards, they're just like, no, it's perfectly fine to have rankings. And to make the stages longer. And to increase the missions from 3 to 5. For every single stage. For every single character. Can you tell how much I really don't want to 100% Sonic Adventure DX? I feel like it's known how much I don't want to 100% Sonic Adventure 2 battle. My goodness, I said the wrong game. Yeah, for this one, it's just a matter of getting to the end as fast as possible, which can be annoying, especially with Knuckles, is as long as you keep boosting and try to not overthink it, you're gonna be fine. As you can see, I go ahead and cut out the times where I get like the silver ranking or the bronze ranking. That's just to make it easier on all of us, because you kind of only want to see the gold parts, because that's what you're here for. So that's like what we're doing here, just showing off the parts that really matter. And so next up we have mission number 4, and that's going to be nothing too difficult for us. It might be unique, but it's not going to be the end of the world. We have to dash to the goal and leave the competition in the dust, which that's gonna be fine. We're just using the air ride to pass through 6 more rings. It's going to be a little bit tricky. Part of you is going to want to do it all in one go, and you can't do that on this one. When it comes to the White Jungle, we will be able to do it all in one go. But here we have to make sure that we are using our resources properly. Now, of course, it gives a little fly thing there, so we can try to nail this jump in order to get right into there. It can be difficult, so if you're struggling with it, definitely just like take a moment or two in order to practice it. So it's just going to like help in order to practice any of the jumps that you don't feel comfortable with, because you know this is not exactly a penalty for redoing a stage over and over again. In fact, I really believe that like redoing a stage over and over again, the rings that you collect in that stage, as long as you finish the stage, they do, you know, get transferred over to like your ring bank, which cool, I guess. That does not stop, you know, these like super expensive ones to be like, you know, 1,200 rings, which means I have to get 100 rings 12 times and not get hit. You know, I guess you could technically farm the rings if there's like a mission where you have to collect 100 rings. You could kind of do that, I guess, but that sounds annoying and like really boring. But I've also gone through and like grinded rings for like the Chow Garden, so I do many things. I do many boring things. We have to do 6 grinds in order to get the treasure before Storm appears, which it's not. The thing with the grinding is that you really have to be on top of your game. You have to know when to like jump onto it, as well as know like when you see the purple light, you want to like jump like a few seconds before it and then hit the jump button again, it's a blue light. And when it's aligned like so, where it's just one after the other to the point where it becomes more of a purple light instead of like a red and a blue, that's where it can really be tricky. Also, yes, there was just a random gear there for no reason. I don't know why, it just was. Okay, and here we have just 9/11. Oh no, I thought we were past that. Okay, 11, okay, ooh, really close there. I thought there was going to be a second wakeboard. Listen, if any of you get upset by that, one, I apologize, and two, it's been 25 years since it happened. I think it's okay. I do apologize for the encoding overloading, which is causing a little bit of stuttering on the gameplay footage. I apologize for that. I do update my settings later on, so it will like get rid of like the stutter. I like to go check out the treasure course in order to see what we get. We have unlocked a repair manual, which in order to get the repair manual, we have to go through the different missions and collect the junk and finish it. I don't believe the junk you collect stacks. By that, I mean, I don't think you can do like the same mission to obtain junk over and over and over again. I think you specifically have to do the new missions in order to obtain junk, in order to repair these different like wave boards. So now we're going on to Red Canyon. Okay, mission 1. We have to perform the tricks in order to get 12 or more, as well as be careful because there are bombs. As always, especially with this one. Which, they're not in like a really horrible placement. Like, it can be slightly annoying, but as long as you're kind of like keep your wits about it, it's not the end of the world. Personally, I really don't care for the whole like, hey, here's the same thing, but like, you know, a little slightly different and a little different aesthetic. I really just prefer like a whole different like track altogether and not just like, it's this, but with the sun down. Ooh, spooky! Mother Nature changes the sun. Ooh, the earth is round. Oh no! I'd really like different tracks altogether. It's very similar to like how it's a little more effort than just like Mario Kart turning the tracks inverted. Like I kind of want more than that. Like, yeah, there's like slightly more here, but like it definitely feels the same. So like if you ask me like pick between like this one or like regular Splash Canyon, I'm gonna be like whatever, just like I don't care. It's something. It's not like with the Rainbow Roads of Mario Kart where like each Rainbow Road is indeed different. There's like absolutely so many different things to it, despite it all being like, you know, rainbows. That's what I really like enjoy about it. I really want like more variety. I'm sure if I look at like the maps themselves, I'd be like, oh, look, it's so similar. But it's just, to me, it's more so, it feels a lot like if you took Majora's Mask and compared it to Ocarina of Time, but you played it in the dark. So like you just have, like the sound effects and everything else to like go off of. There's not a whole lot there. And, you know, you can just kind of like hear more or less the same stuff, and unless you see it like visually, it's going to be like, you know, meh. Now, I'm sure there's a bunch of different songs in Majora's Mask. I remember there's a bunch of different like Ocarina songs, and I really enjoy that. I really enjoyed Majora's Mask. I cannot wait for that. I also cannot wait for the Ocarina of Time remake that's coming out. I genuinely am like, that's the only reason why I would possibly buy a Switch 2, because I've wanted to do a Let's Play of Ocarina of Time, and I had a hunch they were going to remake it, so I'm like, I might as well like hold off a bit on it, because also I haven't done a Let's Play of the first one, or the second one, or A Link to the Past, so I'm like, might as well like wait my sweet turn. Also, they do a little thing here where like this one is right over there, but we miss it. However, we have enough time to turn around and grab it, so we can get to the end, especially for the boost. Yes, I absolutely would love to 100% Ocarina of Time like remake, and it's one of those things where it's like, this is a game I'm interested in, and it's going to be like a super big release, and everyone's really going to want to watch people play it, so that's a win-win-win. It's like when I did a Let's Play of the Bluey video game, but like I didn't think a whole lot of people would care about it, and lo and behold, it is like the most popular Let's Play I have on my channel, because I was a family-friendly YouTuber, I still am, and I went 100% of the game, and just like kept like a nice cheery spirit about it, and didn't like talk down to people. I was like, yeah, this is the game, it's gonna be so cool. I am aware that there's like 2 more Bluey games that is released since then. I just haven't had the money for it. However, now I absolutely have the money for it. I have money for a lot of things, and I'm very excited for that. And like, there's so many things like I am like so stoked in order to get. I'm making sure like pay my bills and everything, and it's just super nice in order to be able to like have fun money, as well as to be able to like rest comfortably knowing that I can pay my bills, I can get groceries, everything's gonna be fine. That being said though, if you want to like expedite the way that I do things, you can absolutely like view my Ko-fi, where no, don't look it up. I promise it's going somewhere. I have like different goal amounts where if we reach like $50, then I'll do a marathon. Not one single Let's Play. I would do like a marathon of different series. There's the Legend of Zelda series, the Mega Man series, Katamari Damacy, Ratchet and Clank, so many different things. And if we hit like $200, then I will 100% Sonic Heroes plus the very hard mode, which is a lot. And so I'm just like, oh, this is gonna be really annoying. That's why I'm like, I will get to it eventually. I'm not going to be like, I'll never do it. Like I'm gonna drag my feet a lot, but like I will do it eventually, because I kind of want to 100% like as many Sonic games as possible. Just because like that's been like one of my goals since like I was like a teenager, and like watch other people on YouTube. I'm like, it'd be really nice in order to like have a YouTube channel where I 100% like every single Sonic game. Really dumb goal to have, but it's my goal. Is it still my goal? It's just kind of like, you know, it's like an achievement. It's like, yeah, that'd be cool, but like, you know, I'm not going to like bend over backwards to get it. I say as I 100% the mission mode of Sonic Riders. So with this thing, it's really good at like using a bunch of boosts, and what we're great on this one is not the time, but just how much air we have. So you're really going to want to like keep as much air as possible. That means like being very mindful of like your big jumps, making sure to do a lot of tricks and such, making sure to not boost over and over again. It does go through air a little quickly, but as long as you just like take a sweet time and don't like spam the boost, and you make sure to like nail as many tricks as possible, you're going to be fine. Like that, we have the gold. If you have any difficulties with these, please keep in mind, I did not do these like one after the other. Okay, I am not just like out here just like magically getting everything done. I can promise you that much. That is not what happens here. And the reason that I say that is because just recording this took me 1 hour and 36 minutes. We're currently at 3 hours and 41 minutes of just gameplay time of the mission mode, with a total of 36 minutes of usable content. So let's go through the missions now, where block up the track and don't let anyone through. Some guy went previous mission with all the barricades I set up, then dashed off, then over this guy. I dashed to the goal and leave the competition to dust. Well, that was the greatest blunder of my life. I got left behind when I got upset. If the treasure is said to exist somewhere in the valley, the treasure is taken, I must find a way to make him give up. And we have Waves missions, where it's going to say, draw attention by doing cool tricks. What on earth was that? How could an amateur like that pull off such amazing tricks? I can't believe my eyes. Collect junk that's scattered around the valley. Hey, there wasn't anything to collect. I expect this possibility though. Obstruct your path so no one can get through. This is really weird. How did he get through this dangerous area? Dash to the goal and leave your competition to dust. How frustrating, I didn't expect to lose by such a large margin. And finally, some areas consume lots of air, so be careful moving forward. Some awful mechanism makes the air here do something weird to our gears. Okay, that was really terrifying. I don't know what happened there. As well as, let me reiterate that once I go through and finish all the missions, I will absolutely go through each one by one, live. The reason why I say I don't know what happened is because all of a sudden my computer kind of froze and stopped for like a few seconds, and like in my ear it was like a so I was like, oh no, what's about to happen here? And nothing happened. I'm like, oh, okay, that's great. I'm totally not going to take that as like a big warning shot. So I just go and like to explore the shop. As you can see, with everything that we have, we still don't have enough in order to get anything. I want to say last time we got like a few. I want to believe that the best way in order to get rings is to just do the Grand Prix a few times, but I'm sure if you Google it, someone's going to tell you about a whole bunch of different ways in order to get rings quickly so you can buy all the gear. Again, I don't know if you get anything for getting all the gear. I believe I went through like the tag mode as well as the survival mode and like beat them on all the maps and like nothing happened. So I'm not too sure. It's definitely something that like I'm going to go and show off for all of you just so you all can see it as well. Because once I complete the mission mode, then I'm just going to be like, well, what happens now? You know? Because we can definitely see that there's quite a few secret characters I still haven't unlocked. There is 5 secret characters. And yeah, I still haven't played as Knights or Cream or Rouge. Well, no, we play as Cream in the missions, but that is it. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. I will see you all next time. Come on, my sweet bears.